She is worth more than gold, like the stars in the sky. She is worth more than diamond. She is worth more than silver.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth, and so they are supposed to be loved and cared for.
Women salt with beautiful ladies celebrating women of all parts, especially in this beautiful where we are celebrating women all over the world. I am happy to know that each and every one of us is also striving to make an impact. Well, this is my special way of saying welcome to my honor from the National Television Authority Port Harcourt. My name is Blessing Wanapolo.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth.
My guest today is a woman of impact. We are happy when we celebrate women because of their milestones, things they have done, and people, testifying that they are doing well, they are doing well. So my heart will just filled with everything sweet to celebrate this wonderful day. Join me to make welcome Professor Chioma Chike of the University of Port Harcourt. Yes, we are in the University of Beauty here. Good to have you on her honor. Thank you, Blessing. And thank you, ATA, for having me. We're really honored and humbled to be here today. Welcome. You're welcome. Prof, there is this school of thought, that have argued over time that mother is to pray. And I also believe in that school of thought. And I do hope you believe in that school of thought too. Let's share your thoughts. Another common saying goes this way, that the hand that runs the cradle rules the world. And being a woman is a thing of honor, pride, and probably a good platform to nurture life. And so, as a girl child transforming into a young lady, now a woman, wife, and mother, I think I'm truly blessed to be of that gender and to equally nurture lives and make impact. Thank you. Very well. We are celebrating impact. We recognize that women make an impact. We recognize the role we play in our family, in the society, wherever we find ourselves. Prof, remember when we were here, a lot of things were said about you. Who is Professor Chioma Chike? Thank you. Chioma Bliss Chike is a professor of environmental microbiology and biotechnology at the Department of Microbiology, Faculty of Science, Unique University of Joga, River State, Nigeria. And not only that, I will serve as the head of department at the Department of Microbiology. I was employed in the university in 2005, November to be precise, and I've worked for 2 decades now, about 2 decades now in the university as a researcher, as a scientist, as a lecturer, as a higher education leader, and as a mentor. So my research focuses on the use of microorganisms to remove contaminants from the environment. And here, because of where the university is located in the oil-rich Niger Delta region, and oil spills have really been of environmental concern in our region and our location. So my research focuses on using what we call nature-based solutions here. We use natural agents like microorganisms that are already in the soil, in the water, in the sediment, to eat up these petroleum hydrocarbons, which are the contaminants, and remove them from the environment, cleaning out the environment and returning the environment to its near original state and restore the ecosystem. That's basically what I do. And owing to the fact that I'm a woman, I usually belong to the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World. It's headquartered in Trieste, Italy, and actually they gave me I was awarded a PhD fellowship by this organization, OSD, in 2005 to do my PhD. They actually sponsored my PhD program at the University of Pretoria, South Africa, and the University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. So OWSD, we probably have a branch in the University of Port Harcourt, and we pride ourselves as nurturers of life, and we impact women, we ensure we mentor, especially young girls, to have interest in STEM fields, being science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and the medicine as well. So that's basically just a short profile of John West. Thus also, as a life coach, we've mentored a whole lot of persons. Share with us your experience. Growing up, my mom retired as a director of nursing. I saw her multitask a lot. She had her private practice as a nurse. She had her family to take care of. She had her marriage to a body catter before. And growing up as well, my father retired chemist. He's about 84 now. I saw my parents as scientists, and that really made me kind of have a trust in mentoring that line, being in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Let me feel. So I eventually studied microbiology, and getting married, trying to navigate around motherhood, work, life, marriage. It was really difficult for me, but I had my mom just retired. She was very, very supportive. Even had the opportunity of getting a contract job after her retirement. She said no, that she needed to be around me to support me. So family, community, they've been very supportive in helping me to have a career and a productive and a fruitful one. So I grappled with that. I still had to, carry the pregnancies. I had 6 pregnancies after I life children. I lost 2 at some point as a result of stress and the rest of them. But I needed to grow my career. I had a general position where I'll be appraised and then I'll be promoted after a period of time. So being on maternity leaves and being pregnant and having all those issues that come with that condition, I knew that I just needed to reinvent myself for me to, succeed. Yes, be successful and really be impactful. Not just to be, written off as in women. Once they are pregnant, once they marry, once they have children, they can't cope again. So I wanted to be that role model to let women know that you can have it all. It's just for you to be determined and equally have the support systems that could help you to navigate around the labyrinths of life. So growing up and growing into this community where women could hardly survive, managing family, career, children, raising a young family, it was really difficult. So I just had to tell myself, you just have to, devise a way of surviving. I could go for my conferences with pregnancies. I could attend, training workshops outside the country with babies. One that I did that has become a kind of flagship for women was in 2018. I had my 4th child, and that was my 4th cesarean birth. I I had this baby 7 weeks after having the baby. I was in American Society for Microbiology conference in Atlanta. With a 7 weeks old baby. First sutures. I want to present one of my research findings at that global conference. And at that conference, I was the only person with that tiny baby who was screaming so much, because that was the first time the baby was leaving an enclosure. And meeting so many people, so many faces, human beings were just walking up and down. The baby couldn't contain that. At the end of the day, my poster won Best Poster Award at that conference. And I've been using it because you picked correct. Exactly. I told myself I couldn't just stay put at a place for 3 months, nursing a baby, and then my career will be hyperlating. My career will stop. So I had to go for that conference while nursing my babies, my newborn. And that has become a very big encouragement to so many women. That once the story is shared and the photographs are shared, you see women, they are inspired and motivated. And in 2023, we were in Ghana, Accra precisely, for a conference of Society of Environmental Toxicology and Chemistry. I happened to be seated. I happened to be in that professional society. I saw 2 ladies that have come across my stories about attending conferences, so many workshops with babies, with pregnancies. I saw them at the conference. One, heavily pregnant, 7 months gone. Her 4th pregnancy, she came from the conference. Said, Prof, I came from this conference because of all the way from University of Agriculture, Umudike, Roma. She traveled like exactly. Another one came with a 6 months old baby from Maritime University in Ogogogo. I was shocked. They said, Prof, we had to make it to this conference because of you. That your stories, they encourage us and motivate us, they inspire us. So that's what has really made me, strong enough, determined enough to be the voice for women. Because when a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for others. She stands up for others. No doubt. Again, for those whom you have mentored, what was the feeling knowing that something had been answered to them? I feel so fulfilled as a mother in science, as a mother in STEM, as a higher education leader, to see many women still retained in the STEM field because in women cultural institute could stand up to the challenges and still make it successful. So I'm always elated to see that. Right now I have a PhD student who has 6 kids. I supervised her as a master's student, and then she continued her PhD under my supervision. She had her first baby while under my supervision for her master's program, and she has had the 6th one under my supervision. So I've always, for her PhD, it is about completing. So I keep supporting her, keep encouraging her. She even had multiple battles sometimes. She has 2 babies. So I've always been there for them. I use my life, my stories to encourage them. And when I see that they can pull through just like I did, and I'm there to let them know that this is not the end of the story for you, it's not the end of the road, even if you are not arriving at the same time with your peers, but the most important thing is that you arrived at the end. You completed your program and you didn't drop off. You didn't drop out of the program. You didn't drop along the way. So it gives me that fulfillment. And I would say that I'm so privileged and honored and even blessed to be a mentor to so many women. I have like how many of them are PhD students now and their postdoctoral fellows under me. They are mothers. And their husbands, they love me so much because they see a great impact. Yes, when they see how their wives are coping with research, with leadership, and then with family. because they look up to me, and I'm then not to, look down on them and feeling that yes, I've gone past that stage, and then you have to do this. You have to. I still feel for them. I still understand their challenges because not all of us have the same strength. We don't have the same energy. So when I see the lapses, I encourage. I can give a hand of support just to make sure that I give a level training ground for everybody to get. Performance training that is encouraging. When you see and hear women share their experience, and you're such a one, and I must tell you that even as I'm seated here, I'm also drawing some inspiration from your experience. We take this topic and when we return, we program continue.
Professor Grace Chikere. I call her Grace Woman. She's a friendly person. Anywhere you go in Winnipeg, the people that knows her, people that she doesn't know, all of them, everybody will say that she's a very friendly person. She's likable. She's accommodating. She helps students. She helps even the less privileged. Just go to her when you have problems and she'll do all that she can in her capacity to help you. She's a great woman, a great scholar. I applaud her. I love her so much. In commemoration of the International Women's Day, I want to appreciate someone that is very, very important in my life. She is just more than a mother to me. She is no other person than the phenomenal Professor Mrs. Chioma Chikere Blaze. I am appreciating her because of who she is in the Department of Environmental Microbiology. She's not just a professor, she's an erudite scholar. From my experience and from my journey into the academic field, she has been the one inspiring us, ensuring that every student in microbiology attends an international webinar. Just 2 weeks ago, we were scheduled to go for a webinar that we collaborated with different scientists from the US, from the UK, even from the international community. She also has helped us as students and given us a leverage to ensure that we are being mentored as scientists in the University of Port Harcourt, Department of Environmental Microbiology. This is why I'm celebrating her, because it is not easy. I'm a mother and I'm also a student. It's not easy to be a mother and a career woman. Being under her mentorship has upheld me, and it has also helped him to understand that as a woman you can do it. My HOD is a good woman. We've been working with her for 2 years. She is good, she can accommodate, and then she can also endure us when we try to offend her. She will call us back and caution us as her colleagues, as those working under her.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth.
It's good to know you're still watching the program. Please have honor from the Nigerian Television Authority, for example. Don't forget, we are celebrating women in this beautiful line of March. The world over is celebrating women for their impactful, for the things they do, for being a mother, and everything we can talk about. So, like I said, you just gave us your experience, things you've gone through, trying to also make an impact. How has this been with the family? It hasn't really been easy, I must say the truth. Raising a young family, my eldest is 16, the second is 13, going to 14. The third is 12, and then the last 7-year-old boy. So trying to live, when they say balance, work-life balance, you can't have a balance. The balance means that you give 50% to this and give the remaining 50 to that. So it doesn't really exist. It's kind of elusive, because if you say I'm going to devote this time to marriage, and you may never have that time. So having kids along the line, building my career wasn't an easy journey, but one thing I told myself was this: I would get mentors who have gone ahead of us to equally make the path straight, that have really written their names in the sand of time as good mothers, intentional parents, good spouses, and still notable scientists and notable researchers. So I have one of them who has been holding my hand since 2018 date, Professor Beatrice Ogbori. I actually met her in 2008 at an international conference in Kenya. And since then, she's held my hand. She's a mother, a professor of environmental toxicology and chemistry. Originally started her career at the Federal University of Agriculture, Funab, in Abeokuta, and then went over to Cape Peninsula University of Technology in South Africa, where she voluntarily retired from her and is now she's now in a private practice as a consultant. So she has been very supportive. Seeing her with young family as a postdoctoral fellow in 2008, and then navigating around. Then I just got married, still trying to, have babies and still push my career doing a PhD. She encouraged me, said, "Chioma, just take your time, but have around you women that have walked the path, that can encourage you, hold your hands, and will not in any way, take your case or your stories lightly. They are all out there to support you and to really feel your pain, your challenges, and lend a voice and a helping hand." So she was very and has always been very supportive. So it wasn't easy. I have to travel sometimes, and when I travel, my husband has to be there with the children. And then having a supportive spouse is another very, very important aspect. I was going to ask you that. Yes, having a very fruitful and successful career. Because in this part of the world, because of the patriarchy, we feel that a woman should just have an 8 to 4 job and come back to the house and be with the kids. But my husband is a very professional colleague, though he works in the industry. He only has a PhD in microbiology. My husband knows that I love research, so he's always there to support me financially, to support me emotionally and physically. If I'm traveling, for instance, for conferences, he has to be there with my mom when the kids were young to take care of the children. For instance, I spent like 2 months in the University of South Africa on a postdoctoral fellowship in 2017. My mom came around and my husband was there doing the school run, dropping off the kids and bringing back the kids. So yes, when you have community support systems, that's how you can weave all the different aspects of life together. So my husband being the mentor for Professor Beatrice that I mentioned, being a mother, successful scientist as well, and she was the first African to lead this CITA, who is a global professional society, the first African to lead CITA from South Africa. So seeing her a mother, first African to break the iceberg, she has always been very inspirational. So that she's a role model. Exactly, she's my role model. So that's just it, weaving all aspects together, having support systems, supportive starts to family. Yes. It's always advised that a mother should be there with the children. You watch them to guide them, especially in the formative years. So what would you tell us about the children? Wow, that's a very, very important aspect of life that I don't joke with. I'm an intentional mother, I'm a present parent. I advocate for raising responsible, accountable, transparent, honest, emotionally intelligent, and connected children. So, in as much as I double as the head of department here, while I'm a lecturer, When my kids are late and good, I make out time for them. I have 3 teenage daughters. I'm there to talk to them, I'm there to advise them, I'm there to really spend time with them. Weekends that no one is going anywhere, we're not working, my husband and I will create family fun times that we go out with the children for recreation. We eat together as a family. Like just last week, my children completed their midterm break, short-term break, 1 week break. The ones in high school, they are boarding students. So on Saturday, we were together with them at the recreation center. We played games with them, outdoor games. We ate a signature delicacy bonnet together. All of us were eating from the same plate. So just to create a bond. Yes, that bonding and connectedness, to let the children know that community means a lot, team spirit means a lot. So I do not lose sight of my family time with my children, and especially my spouse. The role of a mother, we cannot overemphasize it. It's always unique that you have it done yourself in your family than having someone else do it for you. Exactly. You know, a lot of people have left this world. They are so much occupied with things, you know, they are chasing their career, fame, and all that. And that is what we are saying. What do we give together? Just like we are in the Black African continent, where we have the patriarchy, and then in most of our communities, women do not have any spots at the table. A notable woman said, if you are not given a seat at the table, you should bring a folding seat along. You must create the space for yourself. I tell women, reinvent yourself, market yourself, brand yourself. We have social media. What are you doing? Just like I come to work every day, I document what I've done, my tasks and my targets, my responsibilities as the head of department. I put it out there. People see what I do. People see how I balance life, or how I weave and integrate everything together. So you just have to be the voice to make yourself visible. Make sure you make a lasting impact. Leave your legacies that will speak ages, centuries, even after you've left certain spaces or certain positions. Make great impact. Be a role model. Live right. Live intentionally. Be precise and accurate about your values, your principles, and what you believe in. That's what I will leave with women. Brand yourself, market yourself, speak for yourself, speak up, speak out. Always give yourself a spot in any space where you are, so that you be known for something very tangible.
Of course, you know that what goes around comes around.
Yes.
What you have done today will speak for you tomorrow.
Thank you.
You can never tell who next you're going to be meeting, whether for good or for bad. We always hope for good. But it could be someone that you have touched somewhere. It might not also be you, it could be your children. And that is why we say, if you are a mother today, you should be mother to all. One woman imparting one, and the others imparting every other. Thank you so much for being on our show today. For those of us who have been watching, it's been an awesome time with this lady. Yes, like I said, it's been awesome being here today on this show with this beautiful lady. And I do hope you join us again on yet another episode of Our Honor. My name is Blessing Wonderful. Bye for now.
Like the moon and the sun, she is worth more than gold. Like the stars in the sky,